Yo, thank you for joining. This is my podcast, Speaking Through Silence. I'm back at you with part two. Did part one earlier in the week. Um, I was elated to do part one. I was elated to get this jumped off. It's something that I had going on for a while inside of me that I had to go ahead and get it out. So part two, we're gonna pick up on no matter the principle, the objective and the mission for a man is to provide, protect, and have a patient leadership role. I do believe that the times we are in right now is I think it's quite difficult for some men to do all three of those things. It's some men that they're able to do all three things. I just want to go on the record and say I do feel like all men care to provide, protect, and to lead a patient leadership role. Even if they don't have all of the abilities, I believe the overall intent of a man is to provide, protect, and have a patient leadership role. And when you don't have men, that have these adequate 3 Ps, there's going to be a lot of different things that trickle down from that. You'll have stress, unhappiness. You'll even have some jealousy, some resentment. So in this time, I want to say to the brothers such as myself, I just want to say I know it isn't laid out. I know sometimes it's difficult doing it on your own. Just need you to hold on and understand that even men with the adequate 3 Ps have a hard time in areas you don't have a hard time. So I think sometimes we just need to understand the chemistry of what it's like to provide those 3 Ps and what it's like to provide things that support those 3 Ps. You don't have to, always provide. You can provide. You don't always have to provide financially. You can provide in various ways. But we do want to always be mindful of the things that, those are the basics. You need finances. You need to be a man that stands on principles, and you need to be an assertive man to show that, you're willing to protect. You have to. That's just something you have to have. That's just what it is. Or being able to bring in some form of protection. You know what I mean? You know how I go. Being patient. I know great men. I know men that they don't have a strong voice, so they don't. I don't see children fearing some men. I see children respecting some men because some men are more jokeful, jokative. Some men move off of a more feminine type of love. Some men move off of a masculine type of love, and I feel like both are very, very vital. There's some vital things that is that a household needs. And at these age groups, I spoke on age groups on the first part. At any age group, you can provide those 3 Ps. So I do advise a lot of men. Sometimes it's okay to look. I know a lot of men do it too secretively, but it's really important to look around and see examples of other men around and see how they handle things. Um, see how what they do carries out and see what it totals out to. And you may find some success with some things. So we got to learn how to watch each other and look at each other, and with with the with the objective to go home and implement you being a better man by seeing a better man. Um, Never feel jealous of what another man has, can do, because I promise you, it's something in a different aspect of chemistry that you provide. So I just think that it's important for a lot of men today to really look around, and see what looks like a total thing, what looks like a complete thing. And I don't want the wave to become like a man is just like a boss, just having things. A man is a real leader. A man can be quiet and still be a heck of a leader. I believe there is only one type of man, even though there's different characteristics and adjectives, adjectives of other men, but I do feel like there's only one type of man. And I feel like that's where we all able to give each other respect, to give each other to give each other the flowers, or give them a trophy or something, because I believe we all have what it takes. And if there is someone falling behind or not feeling confident of what it is that they offer being a man, I just really stress that you just look around and you try and equip yourself to be a better man, for yourself and for those around you. Like I say, I do feel it's very important for a man to be inside of the home, thriving at his best. You know what I mean? Not thinking about what he don't got, only moving off of what he know he has. And you get more respect that way too. So just walk around a lot more secure within your footsteps, because no matter what goes on, like, you got what it takes. You got what it takes to be a great leader. You got what it takes to learn from another man to be a better man. And this topic is spawned and mutates off of what I was just speaking about. I do believe that it's difficult for men to socialize and commune today. I feel like it's real difficult. It's real difficult. I think it's only difficult because it's an icebreaker. It's like it's not the norm. It's not typical. It has to be somebody you comfortable with. It has to be somebody that you don't mind seeing you in the form that they seeing you. But I do feel like if we as men when we meet up, we see how another is doing. See how your brother doing. Ask your brother how his day going. Even send a text to your brother. Send a text to a friend. It's really imperative that men utilize resources from the group of men. We have a pool of resources, and we don't use them because, to me, I feel like there's so much weight on a man's shoulders to be a hard man. And I think that somebody has stripped us from what we deem as being a man. So now, which I feel like is good, because it gives you the right to replace what's been stripped from the theology of what a man's supposed to be. It's your opportunity, and it's your mission to fulfill what's not there. So, I mean, even read a book, even watch a video. I really think that the new wave for a man is being the best man that you can be. Whether you learn how to become more feminine, because you have a complete masculine aura about you, and like sometimes you don't really understand what it's like to be feminine. It's called feminine masculine, and it's basically mixing the two. I just feel like it's vital today for man to be both feminine and masculine, because you have everything outside of man being masculine, and it turns into a competition. And we all know what happens when men compete with either men or things that aren't men. It's either gonna go one or two ways. And I feel like I honestly, I feel like man is the word control. You know what I mean? Control isn't, and I don't mean control in a bad sense. I mean control as overall understanding. Yeah, I think it's very vital for man to really have control of everything about himself, especially today. I mean, a regimen waking up in the morning. You need a regimen waking up in the morning. Whether it's meditating, something spiritual, whether it's getting your temple in line, whether it's health, what you consume, if you work out. I feel like every man needs a regimen. And I feel like being on the incline of that type of man, I guarantee you other men around you will do the same. If they care about you, even if they feel small about themselves, they'll sit back and eventually realize that if my brother doing this, I can do it, or he doing it, I can do it. That's what being a man is about, is finding out what I can do to be a better man. That's just what it's about. So don't ever think that, where you're at right now is all that you have in your computer. You can download so much. You're supposed to download all the time. As a man, you're supposed to download. You're supposed to find out later in life, find this out or find that out. Men don't know everything, and we meant to go out and experience things before everybody else. So it's vital that you got what it takes, and everything is okay. You know what I mean? Socializing, I think, is very important, bro. Like if something going on with your brother, and if your brother got motion going on and you don't have motion going on, don't resort to refraining from your brother or stepping back from your brother. Go talk to your brother and see how that can rub off on you, or go ask your brother if you need anything. Ask your brother if he tell him you're proud of him. Like, this is all insurance. it's insurance for you to receive, because on the flip side, when it's your turn to have something, you know, in return, you can be like, you know, well, you know, when you had what you had going on, I was still there. You know what I mean? I was supporting you, even though I was over here with no motion. So like I say, it's vital for men to just put everything on the table. Because honestly, man, we the creators of a lot of things. And a lot of things not moving right now. We suffering right now as men. We have other men speaking for us. You know, and culturally, a lot of us are suffering culturally too, because we don't know how to thrive in our culture, or we have the wrong mission in our culture. That's important. It's important to keep your vibration up as a man. You know, look around, pay attention to what's going on. Get people around you used to you being the leader. And again, do it from a feminine, masculine aspect. Don't ever do it from a masculine aspect, because they're not ready for that right now. Nobody ready for that right now. Put the feminine in there and watch how everybody just flow with you. You know, I noticed that sometimes when I say things, if I put a little bit of smile in it, a little bit of laughter, if I have softer eyes, like I ain't like talking like this, I'm like, yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, you got to reinvent yourself as a man. Like, you know, I think that's the luxury of being a man. Like, today you can feel like this, or somebody can view you like that, and tomorrow it's a whole new ball game. So, like, you know, fully embody being a man that ain't pressed about nothing. Fully embody being a man that's gentle to women. Fully embody being a man that if your brother doing something that he shouldn't be doing, tell him. If he doing something that can jeopardize his family, just tell him, because he gonna respect you more because you telling him something that can hurt him later on. And when you can spare somebody from something, I promise you they're gonna respect you. A lot of people use that to, you know, infiltrate people. But recently talking to some of my brothers, I recently linked up with one of my brothers that I haven't been around for a while, and verbally talked to another brother I haven't spoke to in a while. And I just think that I haven't been around my brothers because I've been learning how to go and navigate life, because we were younger when we were brothers, you know. And I noticed that, like, when we did talk at them times, I could tell that we made a safe space for anyone to speak on something. And I noticed that those were the things that make friendships last. That's how you can talk to somebody that you haven't seen in a while, because you know their history, you know everything about them. And it's respect too, because nobody had to share that with you. And you gain respect because you realize a lot of the times when you open up with your brothers that y'all have a lot in common, or that they have the answers to some of the things that you have questions to. You know, you don't have the answers to those. You got questions, they got the answers to them, you know, and you may have answers to questions that they have. It's very important that, you know, we know that it's simple. It's very important to do this, but it's very important to know that it's fun, it's entertainment, it's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle uh, to be able to express something to your brother, to be able to have a team of friends that take you away from something that you're going through, or like taking trips. When have you seen all males take trips? Like I say, it's very important for brothers to bring that communication lane to the table. I think that should be first. Like, you should be able to talk to somebody first, because a lot of things that you'll find out through talking to somebody. So I think we need to reintroduce ourselves to communication, building, fraternizing, making it necessary when you around your brother to talk to him, because we're going to replace the bullshit with real shit. Oh, I'm sorry. We're going to replace, you know what I mean? We're going to replace a lot of the sitting around talking about things that really ain't nothing, no forward movement going on. We can go on, cut that out, and then we can go ahead and roll back to the real. We can bring the real back in. That way you find out, oh, bro really ain't real. You know what I'm saying? Or bro really need help. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know. Like, and you got to understand why I jumped this podcast off like this. It's strictly because we are the leaders of everything. Men are the leaders of everything for men. Like, women lead women activities, and we let them do that. We don't jump in front of a woman that's supposed to be leading for something that women do. And I do think that we need to talk, because nobody's used to talking. Like, the experiences, the experience is lacking, right? I'm pretty sure it probably feel uncomfortable when you talking to somebody about something that's personal that you never talked to, but you know them, but it's still uncomfortable. But what it does is you realize, like, it's something within you got out, and you got it out to somebody that you know. So in return, it's almost like that wasn't that bad. Like, this is something we could do. And we build our communication. Like, we don't have topics that we talk about. We don't have this indoctrined pamphlet we use to talk. We just freestyle. Everybody, we got to get back to freestyling with people. Like, asking people how they doing. Like, we got to get back to freestyling. We get, asking people, what's their favorite color, getting people on their toes, getting people to a point of it's all love, because the sooner we get to that point, the easier it is for everybody to be on one accord. So like I say, when you talking to your brother and you know what's going on with him, check in with him. You know what I mean? Hey, bro, I know you said that was going on last week. How you feeling? Everything cool? It's going to take somebody out the group to probably do it. You see what I'm saying? Like, you may be around some brothers that don't know how to open up or confide in anything, but they need to. They probably need to more than anybody. And you may be what they need. And just because you saw this video and it hit you that you've been this whole time, it ain't the video. It's you already knew. It's just a confirmation. Like, you know what I mean? So, which in a sense, you become a leader of your pack. You know what I mean? Which gets you respect around your friends, right? If you got friends you trust, you can go into business with your friends. A big one I feel like is important. I feel like the women should do this, but we're gonna talk about that later. I feel like if I see my brother doing something that I know make him looks less than a brother and less than a man to his woman, I'm going to tell him. You know what I mean? I'm going to let him know what's going on, because iron sharpen iron. And I don't want him to lose what he got, because that's a whole nother type of brother you got to be, right? You rather be the brother that that compliments your brother for being a stand-up man in his relationship than having to go help your brother move out the house because he got put out, or, you know what I mean? Things of that nature. So, like, we really got to start putting the foot forward and cleaning up being man again. Not saying that, you know, we ain't been doing right, but what I'm saying is some things have been stripped from the overall protocol and operation of cultural males. Like, this you can take this back to your community. This isn't just like for this isn't for my brothers. This is for all brothers. But I'm really talking to my brothers because y'all my brothers. I would expect another brother of another brother to tell his brothers because he heard it from this brother. You see what I'm saying? I don't think I should be responsible for another demographic unless I felt that from up above. You get what I'm saying? But I do feel like we need to check. We have to check each other. We have to check one another. So that's the only reason why I'm saying I don't feel the need to say something to another ethnicity. I feel like communication is cool. Comparing and contrasting is cool, but I could never really make another brother really understand what my brother should understand. And once it gets to a point that my brother understands and it's visibly seen that my brothers are on accord, I'm pretty sure we can go talk to other ethnicity of brothers. You see what I'm saying? But it's mandatory that we get our house in order. We get our brotherhood together. You get what I'm saying? You know, I do want to say that I don't really know the operation of I don't know the operation of how my brother's moving right now. I do think it's all like individualist. I think it is still some understanding, and I think it is some built connections. But I know for a fact though, like it's not all on the everything not always on the table. Like, and I think that's a hard pill to swallow. That's a lot to ask from men that don't have the same characteristics, that don't come from the same family. But I would say if something was tragic to happen, like a national tragedy, like you got to understand, like you would have to know how to communicate with another brother, especially your brother, and then other brothers that you don't even know. You're gonna have to be able to communicate with people. You're gonna have to know what's going on. So, you know, like I say, it's best to invest in being the best man right now, so that you can be the best man out there around other men. That's very important right now. That, like I say, the age differences play a role. My age bracket, real important. I already spoke on that on the last one. Like, I don't even think I need to even say any more about the different age brackets, who need to do what, how it need to be done. The demonstration to speak louder. You know what I'm saying? But our communities, though, community wise, I really don't know community wise how things could get better with just men talking. It would have to be some real deal action. It'd have to be some real deal resources too. You know what I'm saying? And then with those two things, it'd have to be some real representation. It would have to be brothers that's already rich inside. You get what I'm saying? There's brothers who are already built inside from within. Everything gonna have to come from within, from a leader doing something like that. Yeah. No bosses, got to be a leader that lead other leaders. That boss mentality will get you fried playing with them leaders, you know what I'm saying? Our communities, I feel like our communities suffer just like everybody else communities suffer. But a lot of the things don't happen in communities that happen in other communities just because there really isn't any real security. I mean, what you expect though, you know? I know it's some people, I know it's some men that sit back that's real militant that just got to sit back because, like, you know what I mean? Who really try and move like that? Who really try and live like that? So some people got to just sit back and just, you know what I mean? And just gotta let men do what they do, let men move how they move, give respect where it need to be given, but also at the same time, you know, it's important that we start spreading the awareness, the peacefulness, and it being organic. Like, I ain't talking about running around chanting and doing all this crazy stuff, but like, we have to start at least planting that seed because we can't just jump off the porch. It's too many people that's not organized, that don't have it intellectually to just jump off the porch, right? We have to start raising the awareness though. And you raise the awareness by extending yourself. I'm not making no call out to the whole town or, you know, this is just for men to do. Somebody can be watching this video and they're in a complete different state. But the mission will still spread out. You know what I mean? It's very imperative that we start doing that. I talk to younger guys anytime I'm in a situation or if my spirit puts something on me. I'm always talking to the younger guys, giving things. I ain't gonna say what I give, but like I give things. I give information. I give hope. I give militants. I give awareness too. And I don't really be caring who around. You know what I mean? My young boys know when they see me, if they already met me, if it's their first time seeing me, like when they leave from me, they gonna have their chests up, they gonna pull their pants up. You know what I mean? They gonna understand where I'm coming from. They gonna understand that you seen me. You seen me, and I see you. And that's all you got to do. It's just, that's just what it is. It's not, it don't take that much, man. It's some of y'all really cut out here. Y'all really cut from that cloth. So they gonna listen to you, bro. They really listen to you when you cut from that cloth. I promise you they listen to you when you cut from that cloth. And they listen to whatever you say when you cut from that cloth. Especially when you say something that's noble. Because when you cut from that cloth, people look for you to be just cut up. But when you give them some scholar information, when you give them some high intellect, when you give them some militant maneuvers, they begin to understand that I don't want to look like something. I want to be something. So let's just start, slowly getting to that. Everything I do kind of like be mutating. Father and son relationships is real. They suffering right now. I've seen some father and son relationships suffer in ways that I wish they wouldn't have. And for me to be the age that I was when I saw things, I was 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, feeling things. So, you know what I mean? Like I can understand the whole lot. I've been through a lot earlier in those years I'm talking about. I've been through traumatic grown up things. So, I know for a fact that like, there's nobody can be there like your father can be there if you a son. You see what I'm saying? Those of you know my father. Y'all know my father. Y'all always see me with my father too. My dad wasn't no over there away from me type of dad. And no disrespect to anybody father that wasn't around. You know what I mean? Because I really wish your father was around, or fathers would have been around, so that you can experience what type of man you'll be and experience what type of man you come from. I also want to say this. I say what I want to say because I know it comes from somewhere that is special. Some of you that didn't have fathers around, it probably was a gift that he wasn't around, because he probably would have been a hindrance. I just need you to understand that. There have been some fathers in their sons' lives that have been a hindrance, and they've been there. So I think I just need you guys to understand how electric it is to be a man. It may look bad, but it's good. It may be bad or it may be good, but it's really bad. So you got to learn how to roll with the mutation of being a man, because it's really a gift to be a man. Father and son relationships, very important. They don't need to be falsified. They don't need to be forced. It doesn't have to happen like that. It can take time. You have a lifetime with your son, so that's your best friend. When everything else doesn't look right, you gotta be there for that boy. You know what I mean? You gotta be there for your son. You gotta instill things in your son. You gotta show things around your son that he'll take with him for the rest of his life, because he'll eventually do the things that he sees. Whether he sees you doing something you're not supposed to do, he may do it because he saw you do it. You're really the only example. It's just straight like that. So don't feel bad if you look back and you look at what you've shown them and it's not something that you're proud of, then just replace it. Again, this thing mutates, so it's a gift. It looks bad now, but you can turn it into something good. So being a man, you learn how to mutate. A mutant man. Just be that. There may be some young boys that don't have a father. Father may have passed away. There's nothing you can do about that father, but you can be a father. You can be an example. We're not living on TV, you know. But the things we saw on TV, sometimes we get put in those positions. You've been watching a movie where you see, you know, this little child coming over the house, you know, not clean, not fed. You're gonna have to step up. We're not on TV. We in real life. So a lot of the things you see, you'll end up getting put in that position. And I think that's the creator just testing you, seeing, you know, what he built. Me, like, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like, people that really talk to me and really be around me, I mean, they know I'm for real. Like, I'm really different. Like, I enjoy letting my brothers know what's going on. Like, I enjoy sharing this camaraderie I got within inside of me. I'm here to shake life. That's my purpose. My purpose is to shake life. You shake something up, things start settling after a little bit. You know what I'm saying? When that dust clears, you start seeing what you're supposed to see. So that's my mission. My mission is to shake life. So I'm gonna shake life with a podcast. I'm gonna shake life with whatever I can get out there to shake life with. You see what I'm saying? But I really want the fathers to have healthy relationships with their son. You know, laugh with him, hug him, ask what his favorite color is. You know, teach him how to go do something. Go fly a kite with him. He could be 17, 20 years old. Go fly a kite with him. I don't got kids, so I have time to sit here and think about all of these things that I would do if I had a child. And I ponder a lot. So, you know, you gotta know something, that the older you get as being a father to a son, the more you can revert back to treating your son like a child. You know, reflect on the small things. You know, ice cream, drawing, what his favorite toy was. You know, reconnect. Everything that you need to be a great father is already right there. You just gotta pick it up and use it. That's it. It's already out there for you. It's not. You don't need to know what to do. You just need to see what you need to implement. That's it. And then from there, you'll know. You know, we don't know things already. If you do, like me, I'm just playing. You gifted, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just keeping it funky though, man. Like, people that know me know, like, kids love me, dogs love me. People that don't know me love me. You know what I'm saying? I just love empowering my brothers. I love being able to express what's inside of my heart, be able to deliver it in words so that it can activate somebody else's heart. That's what I do. I try to activate something within people. And the weird thing is, like, I don't know where this comes from. Like, I don't know when I start being like this. I don't know if I always used to be like this, but you know, just what it is. Don't be afraid to build with your brother. Don't be afraid to build with your son. Don't be afraid to build with another man. You know what I mean? In fact, you're gonna get more respect these days by being a stellar man, helping another man be a stellar man. Because a man will watch you, and just because he ain't you, he think he is. It'd be funny though. You know what I mean? It'd really be funny because people be feeling like that. You know what I'm saying? man, pop your shit, man. You know what I mean? Like, I love what you doing, my boy. Like, I could never hate you. I could never feel like what you doing over me. Never, you know what I mean? I feel like I'm already, I feel like I'm wealthy inside. I feel like I'm built for whatever. And I learned how to mix feminine and masculine. When you do that, a lot of things change. And yeah, it's day by day. You got to do it day by day. I don't think I need to address the guys no more. Like, you know, the guys know what's up. The guys know what's up, man. Like, the mission already laid out. I think we went 10 minutes past what I did the last time. So I was always thinking that I was probably going to end up being too short. But I think I got this thing figured out. I think I'm going to add here or there. I'm going to spruce it up as time go on. Little things pop in and out. I may add some of my pieces that I make off in the background on my next video. So y'all know what's tangible, what you can come buy from me, what I got in stock is behind me actually, but we'll get to that another time. I just hope to continue building, seeing more people on. And as these topics change, I'm pretty sure it's going to be more support. But we finna shake life together. This is my podcast, Speaking Through Silence. And this is the part 2 we wrapped up. Love y'all. To all the brothers out there, to all the men out there, for all ethnicities. You know, I'm rooting for you. And I hope that everything around you as you operate, your whole aura around you creates the best outcome for you and your family. And I hope that you move around being a stellar man and that other men can learn from you, and that in this time we're in, we can regain our control and have our safe spaces everywhere we are at. Much love to my brothers and much love to everyone else. Inshallah.